now North Carolina State throwdown on mat number 2. So Krivus for the Cavaliers, an 11-1 winner over Robert Lee of Pitt. Taking on the top seed, 3-0 in ACC duels, Solomon Chishko. Chishko 19-3 on the year. Jeanette, Pennsylvania, Canon McMillan High School. Chishko, a returning All-American, finished 6th in 2016, part of that strong Hokie contingency, which placed 6th at the NCAA, is the highest finish ever for Virginia Tech. They feel they have the fleet in place to duplicate that, even take it further in St. Louis.
It's great to see ACC kind of pressuring these powerhouse programs in the Big Ten and the Big 12, getting into the top 10 and doing well. And it's guys like Chishko, who last year I don't think a lot of people expected to place, being able to turn up the heat.
Well, the ACC certainly happy with the way they performed in the national duels a couple of weeks ago. Both Virginia Tech and NC State able to pick up wins against Nebraska and Michigan, 2 Big Ten opponents. They've held their weight the last 2 years in the national duels. The ACC has fared really well.
Oh, they do amazing. I mean, there's this whole drama that goes on with why doesn't Iowa wrestle Virginia Tech? And is it a Kevin Jesser thing? Is it go back to 2006? And who knows? But I think a lot of fans would have liked to see those two wrestle either these past 2 years. It would have been a barn burner. And for the ACC to pressure a classic program like Iowa is good. It's good for the sport.
I know firsthand that Iowa State fans are hoping that Kevin Dresser can deliver the same type of success that he brought to Blacksburg up in Ames. And the news is up back in the Midwest, Iowa State and Iowa do wrestle one another, as we all know, and that is a rivalry that's been one-sided of late.
Created a powerhouse at Grundy High School, then moved to Christiansburg, did it there. Nice reshot there by Sammy Krivus. And then just moved from the high school level to the college level like it was no big deal. So you have to assume he's going to be able to get it done at Iowa State.
First period winding down, 15 seconds to go. Here's Chishko in on a shot.
Chishko's not really sort of setting up his shots extremely well. Krivus has got to try to capitalize this. Like you said, 2 points at the end of a match could be super beneficial. It's got 2 seconds to go. Didn't get any points, but it creates a momentum problem for him.
That's why he wrestled the full 3 minutes. Krivus actually looked like he might get too late, but Chishko, so tough, able to fend it off. Chishko coming off that 6th-place finish last year at the national tournament. He was ACC runner-up at 141. He has moved up a weight class this season for the Hokies. Talking with some of the folks close to the Virginia Tech wrestling program, they feel this is more of a natural weight for Chishko. They thought last year it was really tough for him to maintain that 141. So this year, a little more leniency for him, and he'd rather put the work on the mat with execution and fundamentals rather than putting that hard work on the diet and off the mat.
Yeah, I think I remember Kel Sanderson saying every time you spend an hour on the bike, you could have spent an hour learning technique, or an hour wrestling. I mean, it's an inevitable part of combat sports to have to shed a few pounds here or there, but it's good to see these guys are making choices for healthy. I mean, everybody we see out on the mat right now, they all look healthy. They don't look drawn out. They don't look gaunt.
Krivus with a 1-0 lead. The escape in this second period. A redshirt freshman for the Cavaliers, Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
I'm not sure who's really trying to slow down this match. It's a little difficult to tell. I think they're both comfortable with the pace. Chishko's shot there late in the first was just from no setup, and that was a little bit disconcerting, I think, probably for the Virginia Tech staff.
When you look at experience and stage, if you're Krivus, you're pretty happy here, leading 1-0, and
he's returning fire really nice to the outside thing. He's got to stay away from that underhook. You can tell he did not look comfortable in the underhook. The Virginia staff looks incredibly more laid back, I think, than Virginia Tech staff right now. I don't know what they know that we don't, but he is returning fire. But I think it's going to be important for him to get a couple shots off on his own.
15 seconds to go, second period. The top seed from Virginia Tech trailing 1-0. It will be his choice to start the third period. Solomon Chishko. Just a sophomore in his own right, a young guy for the Hokies. Looking over to the corner, and he's going to start down, try to get that point back and go back to square one. Penn State 1, Virginia Tech 4, NC State 8. We anticipated the Hokies and Wolfpack, and right now Chishko trying to keep pace with the fire from NC State in these early weights.
Chishko with the heavy lean to the right-hand side. Blocks that side. We saw Krivus before. He's a solid rider. He doesn't do a lot of leg riding. He's just on your hips, driving forward, shifting sides. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't need to be a leg rider to hold somebody down. So if he stops, what Sam is going to try to do here for the next 55 seconds is he's going to try to stop that first move of Chishko and drive and keep pressure forward on his hands, keep his head down. Chishko's going to want to sit back into that short sit, get his feet planted on the ground, isolate a hand, and clear his hips. Not a very explosive first move, though, from Chishko, surprisingly.
Chishko trying to rip away the grip of Krivus.
You know what he was trying to do there? This was an old school thing where you do is you'll hold somebody's hands together and make them look like they're stalling or like they're holding hands or they're locking hands.
So we have a minute 20 to sort out this semifinal. Chishko gets the point, 1-1, riding time not a factor. And a stalling call on Chishko.
I'm not sure who he's...
Chishko hit with the stall. Third period, a minute 7 to go.
I think you'll probably see the same exchange again. I don't think that you're going to see Krivus open up if he doesn't have to. It's going to likely come off of...
Now a stall on Krivus. So each wrestler's been warned. The next time you get a stall will be a point. Chishko operating.
Yeah, Chishko's stall call was kind of unwarranted, and I think it was probably just a... Not sure if Chishko's roping open or if he's tired or what, but he's just not engaging quite like we saw as much last year, even earlier in this season.
Krivus making his first ACC tournament appearance. The redshirt freshman shot by Chishko. In on that single. Chishko trying to lock on for 2. He has plenty of time to work, and he will get the 2 for Virginia Tech.
Beautiful takedown. Once he got locked in position, he wasn't letting go. You can tell his size and his strength is a real thing.
It took nearly 6 minutes and 45 seconds. But that's why it's a 7-minute match, and Chishko of Virginia Tech dodges a bullet.
Whoa.
3-1, the Hokies into the championship at 149 pounds. And for Virginia Tech, the news gets a little bit better as you go back to that takedown that sealed the deal.
He was able to lock out the knee.